Well, hello everybody, Laguna back here for some more Talos Principle. I'm really excited to get back into this puzzle game because this is one of those ones that eventually it's going to get more and more difficult. It's going to challenge my things. Now, this is the most wonderful time of the year. And I'm not talking about Christmas, even though I am getting into the Christmas spirit a little more. It's pumpkin spice season. And yes, 2 pumpkin spices at 9 in the night. I'm not going to sleep. But hey, that's okay. Here we are. But anyway, we're back in Talos Principle. We're going to continue. Continuemos el juego. El juego, sorry. Ugh. Been a while since I spoke Spanish. I've been studying Tagalog a lot recently, and it has a lot of Spanish words, but a lot of the grammar is different. So, hooray. Ooh, that was bright. Now, I did finish World 1 in its entirety. Thank Elohim. Thank Elohim for making these puzzles as easy as possible for me. Now, interestingly enough, I can't even open that yet. So hooray. We're just going to pop into World 2, which has apparently 3 things and a thing. Because that's the best way of doing it.
Let this be our covenant. These worlds are yours, and you are free to walk amongst them and subdue them.
Okay.
But the great tower, there you may not go. For in the day that you do, you shall surely die.
I mean, you say that. You say that. But no. Okay, you want my attention apparently. Oh, that is cool. Anyway, what's in the Milton Library session? Unrecognized error, cool. List of commands. Library archive is currently unavailable while system resources are redirected to handle incoming network messages. Cool, let's access network functions. Network inaccessible. Yes, let's run the troubleshooter. God, I missed DOS prompt. The command prompt stuff? Oh. Like, that's the whole reason I use DOSBox, is because of the prompt of this. Same thing with I-90, this old insurance software. We used to use it in one of the offices that I worked at. And it is just, it's great. It's just basically this wall. Everything is all evenly spaced. It's this nice green text for things that aren't editable, blue for, like, financial stuff, and, like, red for warnings. And, like, it's just, everything is color-coded, and everything is just, it's great. Like, they have, like, an underscore, and then like say for example you have a diary entry. Somebody wants to leave a note on a policy for a customer, and they want to leave this little quick, less than 100-page note or 100-word note. Like, you go to the policy itself at the summary screen, and you type DM, little enter, pulls up the diary, and then it's like, is it a call? 4, enter. Type your note, enter. And then when you want to load it up again, there's this diary management screen, and it's just like 1 or IN or whatever it was, inquiry or 1, and then just like, it's, everything is so quick. It's all based on like 1 or 2 button presses, and like it uses the F commands. Like, nobody uses the F commands anymore. They use the alt functions for them, like function, volume. But these F commands were like F1 to open the alt page, which is like, oh cool, you have a vehicle, but there's a temporary vehicle attached, so boom, here's your alt vehicle. Or F4 was financial, and then like, you go in, like, F6 for finances, F7 for like your summary, then you hit F4 again, and it's just like breaks it down on a per cost basis. Like, it's great. It's amazing software, and I wish that like modern software had a way to filter stuff out like that, so it would be easier to view. Anyway, is there something you'd like help with? Yes. About the MLA. I'm a little jacked up on coffee. The MLA program is designed to facilitate user interaction with the resource library. This is achieved by providing powerful sorting and troubleshooting functionalities, delivered via an intuitive human language interface. Troubleshooting. Ooh. Most common cause of network problems is holding insufficient account privileges. Well, I'm assuming the password is going to be admin. Because like a lot of internet things, it's like Motorola admin. So let's try admin. Damn it. Let me in. QWERTY. Too many failed attempts. Yes, I'll make a new admin account. I wish it was that easy to hack into a computer, like, man. To cohere with data protection legislation, you must consent to have your responses used to develop a broad psychometric profile. Oh. Raw response data will be deleted immediately. Your profile will only be made available to other admins. Cool. Let's just do it. 2 plus 2 is 4. Reaction to this, it does kind of look like mountains. Definitely not angry. We'll say content. What best describes a person? A rational animal. For the most part. You're walking through a desert and come across a thirsty traveler. His eyes bulge from slow dehydration. You have water, but you're not sure how far it is to the next oasis. I kind of want to say kill him and collect his blood in the flask for later, but... Offer half the water? I mean, you still have half a flask of water. Sure, you don't know how long it's going to be, but at least you have... Now you both can help each other. Cool. Anyway, Ian.eml. From Frank Nongatai. So, Ian, my first day at the Institute for Applied Noematics. On the way to work, I'm terrified. What if they don't like me? What if they're all geniuses and I'm a complete buffoon? Maybe they were just kidding about letting me work there. Trembling, I walk in, and right at the entrance is a life-size poster of Jeff Goldblum. The hell? Then I get it. The Institute for Applied Noematics. Ian. Dr. Ian Malcolm. From the Jurassic Park movies. Jeff Goldblum. Dr. Sarabai shows up smiling. We were trying to figure out a cool acronym. Back when the institute was founded, she says, Enon, Iapan, Inapno. It all sounds stupid, but we didn't just want to call it Ian because, well, that's a name. Then someone made a joke about calling it Jeff, and it kind of stuck. So we're officially called Ian, but if you hear anyone referring to Jeff, that's our internal name, I guess. I know, bloody geeks. After that conversation, I wasn't scared anymore. That's the kind of business I would love to run one day. It's just one of those ones where, like, you can make a whole bunch of jokes back and forth with each other and just, like, screw it. Athena analysis. Note 1. Novel's first sentence. She woke up in an impossible place, knowing nothing. Signifies more than the beginning of another amnesia-based mystery. Though we should not go so far as to read the entire work as allegory. Rather, while taking the science-fictional novus at the core of the narrative at face value, we should... something. I like how they have like the /p as if it's HTML code, but they don't have an opening P. Or maybe they commented it out because all the slashes, I don't fucking know. Note 2. Having no inherent knowledge of the nature of the world, forced to rely on what we are told by others, and what our own subjective, flawed, limited senses tell us, social reality and objective reality come into conflict. I'm kind of curious to see if this Athena analysis thing is actually words, or is that just a bunch of random things. I'm assuming that's hex. So if I just get like a hexadecimal to English converter, I probably should not have run Chrome. That's going to make my computer go so fucking slow. So hex to English decoder converter. I'm looking forward to this. So, caps lock, here we go. So we got 54. Oh shit, that's... oh wait, that's text to hex. Hex to text. Ooh, that's a T. 72, 75, 74, 68, 20, 77, 61, 73, 20, 74, 68, 65? Oh, I missed one. Nope, I think I missed all the numbers. 65... 20... 6F, that's interesting. 6E, 6C... 79... 20... 64, 61, 75, 67, 68, 74, 65, 72, 20, 6F, 66, 20, 54, 69, 6D, 65, 2E. Wait a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 20. Oh, 20s are spaces. That's interesting to note. It just says Truth was the only daughter of time. Okay, that was kind of a useless endeavor. Truth was the only daughter of time. Interesting. Kind of interesting. It goes along with the phrase that eventually the truth always comes out, so time will tell. When in chapter 16, a second awakening of King Artemis, the protagonist questions her mentor on the... A more meaningful interpretation can only be achieved through synthesis of... I hate incomplete notes. This bothers me, but that's okay. But this game is called the Talos Principle, so I saved the best for last. What's the Talos Principle? Oh, whether it is true that Daedalus constructed the giant Talos, or as others say he was the creation of Hephaestus. What we may be certain of is that he was made of bronze and had but one vein within which flowed a liquid substance like blood, which some claim was quicksilver, and others assert was ichor, such as flows in the veins of the gods. The loss of that liquid caused him to die, as a man dies when he loses his blood. May we not then say that Talos, though created as a machine or a toy, had all the essential properties of a man? He moved to his own volition, he spoke and could be spoken to, had wishes and desires. Indeed, in the tale of the Argonauts, that was the cause of his downfall. If then a machine may have all the properties of a man and act as a man while driven only by the ingenious plan of its construction, and the interaction of its materials according to the principles of nature, then does it not follow that the man may also be seen as a machine? This contradicts all the schools of metaphysics, yet even the most faithful philosopher cannot live without his blood. Which, interestingly enough, I kind of am the person who thinks that people are basically just machines. And I know that sounds like it's a really negative thing to say with people, but to be honest, we're basically just a bunch of flesh robots. I always call myself a robot. It's probably why I got banned off Facebook a few years ago. Probably shouldn't put my gender as robot on a media that tries to get rid of robots, but hey, it's a whole other story. I want to explore. I really want to explore. Now, what's this over here?
When I was a little girl, one of our teachers, Mrs. Higgins, told us to make a time capsule, write letters to the future, so one day we could remember what it was like to be children. I thought it was stupid, so I didn't do it, which I really regret. So, I guess I'm gonna make one now, bury it in the archive instead of under a tree. I don't know if anybody will ever find it, but somehow it seems important to keep talking, to keep thinking, for as long as I can.
Huh. I mean, that's kind of a good point. Like, you never really remember what it's like to see the world through the eyes of a child. Which is, to me, probably the scariest part about being an adult, is because I always want to have that sense of childish wonder. Which is probably why, for me, it's not that I love the idea of being in love, it's just that, for me, love is the ultimate in experiencing your youth again. I'm hoping, really, that that makes sense. It probably didn't, but yeah. Ooh, let's go this way.
The beginning were the words, and the words
Oh, shit.
made. The beginning were the words, and the words made the world. I am the words are everything. Where the words end, the world ends. You cannot go forward in an absence of space. Repeat. In the beginning were the words.
Okay, so apparently I can't go that way. That's causing, like, network glitches and stuff on my character. It would be cool if there was a bridge to get over there, though. Maybe eventually. I kind of like the fact that I can see these, like, color glitches in the island, because this is an AI space. I already know it is. Voice is not supposed to be here. It is not the work of a designer. Because, I mean, they always call this person the designer, or God made the world. And I'm a robot, so this whole robot thing is obviously... yeah. And by the way, I really do think that humans are kind of programmed by their baser urges. So, the fact of that matter is that humans are definitely machines in some capacity. They can only do what they're programmed to do, and if their body tells them to do things, they can either control it or not, depending on how well they're programmed. And by programmed, I mean raised, because obviously we're people. I should not be referring to people as being programmed, but hey, I'm going to be a terrible father, aren't I? Ooh, another computer. Okay. ARG Solutions. I want to try that one first. All these calm people are driving me mad. Have they all suddenly turned into Buddha or something? I didn't know the world had such reserves of serenity. Though these latter-day Gautamas are at least being somewhat realistic. You know what's even worse? These paranoid nutters who are building bunkers and collecting guns. What are they going to do? Shoot? Shit? But I have to admit, the overall response has been much better than I ever anticipated, to the point where I might be moved by the beauty of humanity if I wasn't such a grumpy old fart. This minority of total idiots is really messing up my final days. Anyway, the reason I'm writing is because I refuse to believe in scenarios with absolutely no solutions. If we all put our heads together, we can figure something out. It'll be crazy, but crazy is better than dead. Crazy is what we do best on this planet, that's true. Error.log. Of course, it's another hex. I mean, I might need to just keep the hex thing open for this entire thing. Hex to text. Now, 20s are spaces, so that's fun. I'm learning. Machine learning at its finest. Pretty sure it's the. Yep, 65 is E, so there's 72. 6F, 61, 64, 20, 6F, 66, 20. The road of 78, 63, 65, 73, 73, 6C, 65, 61, 64, 73. The road of excess leads... What? I think this is all just garbled text anyway. I'm assuming there's like a puzzle solution to something inside one of these, and I'm gonna like miss it if I overlook it. 65, 20, 6F, 66. 20, 77, 69, nice. 73, 64, 6F, 62E. The road of excess leads. Something about Palace of Wisdom. Under a shade on flowers, much wondering where and what I was, whence thither brought and how. 74, 6F, 20, 74, 68. Oh, okay. So it's actually the first, the third, and then the middle. So it says the road of excess leads to the Palace of Wisdom. That's an interesting quote. I need to write that down somewhere. Eventually. Oh, eh. Human machine. One day you discover that you are not a human being, but a machine. Your life so far was real. No one controlled you or programmed you to behave in some specific way. Your physical and mental capacities are identical to those of an organic human being. But you were created in a lab. No one except you knows about this. Your family, your friends, they all think you're a regular human being like themselves. You can continue life your way that you had before and nothing would change. How do you react? Pay attention to these questions. Does your concept of self change? Are you the same person you thought you were? Does your understanding of the world itself change? Do you reveal the information to your others, or do you keep it to yourself? Why? Some email, or I'm assuming that's paper copies, blah blah blah. That is an interesting question, though. And fuck, I love the music in this game. I am back at the beginning already. Go, let's just get this puzzle thing out of the way first. The guards must be crazy. Oh, shit. Okay, that like actually scared the shit out of me. Okay, before doing anything, gotta do my regular searches just to find out if I missed anything or not. There we go. This is actually really fucking cool. Okay, that was a little close for comfort. I don't like that. Bounce.
Good. You are learning, as is your purpose.
Thank
But
you.
your choices must be your own. Therefore, I will not guide you, unless it is necessary.
Okay. What if I say it is necessary? Ooh, there's a star back here. So I assume with that one I'm going to need to get a jammer out of one of these places. That makes sense. Jam it from the inside and then we're good to go. Cool. That was actually surprisingly easier than I thought it would be. And now this one. Suicide mission. I think I get it. I turn it on. I jam this. That thing does its splody. And there we go there. Now the real question is, how do I get the jammer outside of this area? One of these I can get the thing out. Actually, I think this might be it here. But where do I get the keys? So that is a suicide mission. It's not that. Something tells me it's over this way. Nope, that's a statue. I'm officially lost. Not gonna lie, I'm lost. Unless... Since the star's in there, I need a jammer for that. Ooh. I think it's this one. Ooh. There's the keys. Yeah, we're getting somewhere. And there's the jammer. And there's the star. Booyah. World 2 is now complete. Ooh. I like the conceptual side of things, though, when it comes to the questions that they ask in these games, because... or in these worlds. Because the whole concept of if you knew you were a robot and you found out that you were a robot, like, how would your life change? I think I'm going to talk about that in the next video when I'm exploring around. Because that's going to lead me some... that's going to keep me awake until like 3 a.m. Just saying. It's been a half hour now, though. I'm going to come back to this next time. But... so far I'm probably leaning towards hiding my robot status. To be fair. I wouldn't want to be like a museum or tested for authenticity and all that other crap, like the Turing tests and all that. It's just, you know, people would look at me different if they knew I was a robot. Just saying. But anyway, as always, till next time, have fun gaming. I'll see you in the next video.